Canada has fallen. It's already in free fall. We just haven't hit the ground yet. Our toes touch the ground before our brains. But it's so instant. It's so instant. Um, we're unaware of the aftermath, the rubble. We are the rubble. Canada is rubble. Okay? And all the boos and hisses that come out of those that re-elected Trudeau, putting Canada in this position, yet we're patriots now because we oppose Trump. We we oppose Republicans. Canada is a state with, instead of provinces, they're counties. I don't know if that's the correct thing for the states. I know of counties, which are within states. So just make Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, Saskatchewan, PEI, Nova Scotia, all of them. Just make them counties, right? Just maintain the framework. Maintain the framework of Canada to want to protect against China and Russia. Okay, land grab. I'd rather be American than Chinese, or Russian for that matter. Um, Canada has always been fractured. Hockey's important because it's the only thing we agree on. That's how fractured we are. There's only one thing. And then for a time, Tim Hortons, but then it became all Indian. So, the new Canadian. It's a new Canadian that overwrites like a parasite. And my relatives were parasites too, Italians, because I'm genetically Italian. They once too were parasites on the backs within the heart of the Canadians that fought for this country. Canada has had it too good. It's been a long time since it's been at war. And I'm just being real honest because I have kids and I don't want to go to war. I don't want to. Okay, we're pacifists. Well, the big, bad orange man comes after us. Oh, throw our children to their deaths, to their timely demises. All the poor people's children. Come fight for Canada. And then how does that look on the world stage? America officially bullies a pacifist country within North America that is a backdoor. Canada's basically a backdoor into North America through a very sensitive part of the globe, let's say. I don't know. It's just face fact. I'm Canadian. I was born here, regardless of what you think. I was born here. Even if I'm a bad Canadian, I'm still Canadian. Can't take that away from me. And I'm telling you right now, is this recording? I'm telling you right now, it's we're done. All you dumb fucking libtards who re-elected Trudeau multiple times, it's precisely you I'm making accountable. You're the reason you've given this opportunity away to Trump. He's a businessman, right? And he's a leader, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, he's a leader. And he's going to look after his investment, right? He's going to look after his investment. Where are our investments going? You know, harvesting resource is an investment in living within one's means. Find a way to make it sustainable. Okay, but in hard times, we have to make, the land has to make sacrifices. Because we are ill-equipped. Don't worry, when humanity dies, nature will just keep going. Just like George Carlin say, it's gonna be, Earth will be fine long after we're gone. At least until heat death. But you get my point. See that? See that right there? I have a perspective that is larger than yours. And I don't appreciate how I was taught. I don't appreciate it. Okay? I gave up on people. It's not your problem anymore. Okay? So stop being annoyed by me. I'm not your problem. I'm not expecting you to accept that I'm your problem. No. No. Don't help me. Leave me alone. Okay? Isolation makes sense to me. But I'm still going to journal. I'm still going to journal. Because you always have orbiters, right? Yeah, those orbiters, those selfish cunts, prioritize the rest of their life, leaving their victims to twist in the wind. Whether that's work, marriage, reality, fantasy. People prioritize themselves. And when you extend yourself into them, they will suture shut the best parts of you or the worst parts of you. And nothing can penetrate that scar because it heals and it's pus. It's like a lake of pus behind their sutured little wounds. So for people like me, who's a victim of orbiters, see if you identify with this victimhood. When someone ghosts you, before they do that, they empty their heart, empty it, so you're dead to them. And then you suture the scar shut. You suture it tight. And then you ghost. For someone on the receiving end, what's happening? My God, what is happening? I have to suture this wound open until I can make sense of what is going on 10 years later, a lifetime later. This is healed open. Even if the stitches survived this long, even if they were holding it back, it's completely tattered. There's no closing it. There's no closing this. So when orbiters come along and I have no choice but to accept that rejection is futile. Whether that's myself or others or things or gods or devils. What's occurring? That's what I'd like to start with that. Let's start with that before we start booing Trump and all that shit, that stupid shit. What's occurring? News is PR. That's where the bias, that's where the partisan view comes into play. News is self-funded. If you own if you're Apple and you own a news syndicate, you're funding your own news. When you fund your own news, someone is putting their stake in the ground and says, this is what I think is occurring. That's what the news is. That's what the news is. It's a mouthpiece for the wealth behind it. You understand? What's occurring? I know what's occurring. In a unique and creative way. And the ironic humor of it all is that my salvation, economic salvation, hinges on how novel my idiocy is. That is the most completely novel idiot idea I've ever heard. It's like trypophobia. I'm like trypophobia for the mind, right? My words, they're just like, motherfucker, I hate it. It's like trypophobia. Go type into the YouTube, frog that grows babies out of its back. Punch that into YouTube. You'll see it right away. Trypophobia. I'm like trypophobia. Okay? Equal parts love, hate. Equal parts. So you're left with this malaise, like it's a subconscious tuning into a conscious reality. Do you ride the waves or do you dive underneath them? Is what I'm saying. A fish out of water is what I'm asking you to be when you read and listen to me. You know what? What happens when you're a fish out of water? But like that, you get sick, and that means your gills turn to lungs. You don't have a home now. That's me. You know how smart I am? You have no fucking clue. And that's okay because it's not your problem that I'm delusional. Okay? I don't care. Leave me alone. You're right. Oh, you're all right. I'm wrong. All of you are equally right because I'm wrong. I'm the most wrong person there is because no one agrees. When you're when you're this creative and original, no one agrees with you. No one agrees with you. Yeah. So this is me now, Canadian, Italian Canadian, soon to be Italian Canadian American. Fuck off.